Hey guys, I'm very excited for this video today because I've been planning it for a while and I've been trying to compile the best list of apps that you need if you live in New York City. I've divided these into 3 main categories. These aren't all the apps I have, but I thought I would just give you some that I actually do use and I'm very excited to talk about today. So the 3 groups we're going to talk about are transportation, dining, and miscellaneous. Let's start off with transportation. So the first app that I have for transportation is just the Maps app that is on your phone. I think that this app is very helpful because there's actually an option if you go onto your phone where you can search a place. So say we want to go from Times Square to Seaport District, we would click route and then it gives you the best subway to go and it tells you when the train is leaving and it gives you all the info you may need, whether the train be on time, where you have to walk. And I think the best part is if you click on it, it tells you exactly where to get off at the right street so you're not walking any extra. So love the Maps app. I use it literally every single day. The next is the one and only Uber. Or if you liked Lyft or any of those different ride services, I personally really enjoy having the Uber app on my phone because if my friends and I want to take an Uber somewhere, it's just really easy to split with the Uber app so no one has to worry about Venmo and all that stuff. It's super helpful to have another transportation app because especially where I live, the subways on the weekend are literally terrible and sometimes it's just too far to walk and there's no subway nearby. So having an Uber app is really great because if you're with friends, you can split it and the cost goes down. So that's awesome. The next app that I want to talk about is NYC Transit. And this app is great because I use it for the subways. I personally like this one with Maps because it shows you exactly where the train is and how it's like moving live, which I think is super cool. So you can see if the wait times on your Map app are correct, which they usually are, but it's nice to see where the train is to see how close it is to the stop that you are waiting at. So that's it for transportation. Next, we're gonna move on to dining. If you know me, you know that I love going out to eat. Like, it's probably one of my favorite things in the world. So other than finding cool places to go on Instagram, which I definitely recommend, my favorite app is also called Yelp. And I know you guys all know what Yelp is, so I don't need to explain it or go into it, but I basically just use Yelp to put in a specific restaurant I'm looking for. Say my friends and I really want to go to an Italian restaurant, I'll put Italian into the search bar and I'll just look it up. And you know how that works. It's gonna give you the best options. And I really love Yelp. I've used it so much this year already. And I found that I was able to discover some really cool new spots for my friends and I to go to. And then another app I want to talk about is OpenTable. And OpenTable is really great if you want to make reservations somewhere. So I usually use Yelp and OpenTable hand in hand. I find it on Yelp, I make the reservation on OpenTable. It's just easiest. You get a text message, you can invite people to come to the dinner via the app. It's really great and I love it. So the next app that I want to talk about is called Tab. And I think my friend Faith showed me this before we went to college. So shout out Faith, love you. The premise of Tab is you take a picture of your bill and you're able to divide what each person got under their name. So it's easier to show what each person owes and you can write on the back of your check what to put on each card. And I found that's very helpful and so much easier for the server. You can add tax, tips, service, all that great stuff. It's really great. The next couple of apps I'm going to talk about are all the food delivery apps. You know them all: Uber Eats, Postmates, Seamless, Grubhub, literally any of those. Because you're in the city, you'd think that a lot of places would just deliver, but a lot of like restaurants don't actually have like delivery from their restaurant that will go to where you live. It really depends where you are, but say I want to get something from like even 20 blocks down, like sometimes they won't even deliver from the restaurant, but if I use Seamless, like they will deliver. So it's really nice if you want to get something from a specific restaurant and you don't have either the time or you're just lazy and you don't want to go to the restaurant to pick it up. So any of those apps are great. I don't really have a preference. I use them all. It really just depends on what I'm ordering from. So next are going to be my miscellaneous apps. I didn't really know where to put these, but I've used them all and they're very helpful. So the first app, it's literally my brand to send screenshots of this to my friends. The app Citizen is amazing. Citizen is an app where you put in your location of where you live and you're basically getting alerts about all the stuff that's going on. So if there's like a protest, if there's a crime that just happened, literally anything, you get a notification about it. And it's really nice just for safety purposes because you want to know what's going on around you, places to avoid. I mean, it's New York City, so literally anything can happen. but Citizen is also available for some other places. So if you go to school in a big city, you should definitely check out if Citizen is available for you. Next app I want to talk about is Groupon. You all know what Groupon is, but in the city there's a lot of things to do, and we love a good sale because us college kids are balling on a budget. So it's nice to have Groupon to see if there's any coupons you can use with your friends. Next app I want to talk about is Todaytix. So if you guys are Broadway lovers, you guys should definitely check out Todaytix. A lot of my friends work at Todaytix, and if you like Broadway shows, there's a bunch of shows you can go see. You order your tickets on the app, you meet the Todaytix staff member somewhere in the city depending on where your show is, and it's just really easy. And shout out to all my friends that work there. You guys are awesome. And if you don't want to use Todaytix and you just want certain concerts, another app that I want to talk about is SeatGeek. You guys know that I love SeatGeek. Use code laur-yolo for $20 off your first purchase, but SeatGeek is great if you want to go to concerts, if you want to go to sporting events, even Broadway shows. They have everything on SeatGeek, so definitely check them out. So I mentioned it before, but the next app I want to talk about is Venmo. Venmo is so great if you're a college student or just, you know, living in general. I heard about Venmo a couple years ago, and I'm so thankful that I downloaded it. Venmo is basically an app where you can send and receive money from people, kind of like a Cash App type of thing, but say someone pays for dinner on their credit card and you can just Venmo them and it goes right to their car. It's just really great, and I love having it. And the last app I want to talk about is called Timeout. So obviously living in the city, especially New York City, there's 8,055,000 things to do. And of course you can find a bunch of different events and places to go on Instagram, but I will have to say this app called Timeout has been helping me so much to try to find some cool, even free stuff to do with my friends. You can set your city, obviously mine is set for New York, and you can look at things to do, restaurants, bars, book a theater show, art of the week, upcoming concerts, and latest movie releases. And it's really nice because it's all in one spot, and it shows you things that cost money and things that don't cost money. So it's really nice to have it all in one space. I think it's really cool to scroll through here sometimes, but I do get a lot of my ideas from Instagram. Some accounts that I really love to look at are Bucket Listers, FOMO Feed, and even if you follow some actual places on Instagram, like I follow Pier 17 on Instagram, they always post their events and all stuff like that. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. These are just some of the apps I love to use. If I forgot any, leave a comment down below and let me know what apps you guys like to use in your cities. I would love to know because I love always finding new apps to help me out. The iPhone is a great thing sometimes. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment down below. If you don't want to, I don't really care, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye!
Baby, this is simple. Moving with the rhythm. Give me just a little of your time. Girl, keep it